Wuthering Waves, another post-apocalypse gacha game developed by Kuro Games originating from China. One of their earlier titles being Punishing Grey Raven, which I've been meaning to check out as well eventually. I'm Zombie Mana on a journey to play as many gacha games as possible to find whether or not did I enjoy it at all. I'll simply state what I find enjoyable regarding its stories, characters, music, visuals, and gameplay. Before the game's release, I've been following its development for quite some time, as nowadays I'm on the lookout for any new gacha game in my radar. And to be completely honest, I didn't think the game looked good, judging from their trailers. I'm confident to my ability in determining quality based on what I know I'll like. That may sound very pretentious, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. By the time the game is launched, it's as basic as it gets. We've seen this type of introduction before. The protagonist, in a different realm, a mystical entity sends you to the new world unconsciously, waking up on the lap of your presumably the waifu companion that will be accompanying you to save the world. Not a good start, but I guess it's not easy to come up with a more unique way to start our adventure. I mean, many great gacha stories started with amnesia, right? Yes, we have no memory of who we are as well. Very typical. Did you guys have performance issues and an overloaded server during day 1 of launch? Cause my first time playing wasn't as smooth as I hoped. No worries, however, it eventually stabilized and I continued playing to give a fair review. If I haven't mentioned, this is a open world action combat game. You got real-time battle with your classic skills and ultimate. Combat. Boom. Stun lock. Boom. Easy. Gameplay is fun so far. What stands out for WUWA, that's short for Wuthering Wave by the way, is its movement tech. The combos, dodges to even character switching, triggering a well-timed attack makes it very fast with a lot of flair. There is even an echo system. Essentially, you're able to project the abilities of an enemy creature you captured to add even more flair to your combat. I really wanted to display how the combat is goddamn nuts. So these are gameplay footage using 3 5-star units known as resonators I got further into the game. I don't mind revealing the characters I got early. I needed to showcase how much destruction that can be done in this game. And you'll feel awesome while doing them. Other than combat gameplay, we got exploration gameplay. Traversing the world has been quite a joy. You have an infinite sprint during non-combat along with wall running, follow up with the usage of your grappling hook and the ever so common wing gliders. May I add that you can climb seemingly difficult to scale terrains. Not even small ledges can block your way. For the most part, you can move quickly without much of a hassle as well you solve any puzzles or mini-games usually encountered scattered around open-world games. As one of the few gacha games running on Unreal Engine, it's no surprise that graphically it's absolutely stunning. The small details like the water ripples to the rustling of floras and the abundance of moving grass, I can almost smell them. I don't know how well this translates in the video, but look at these textures. I am curious, however, if anyone legitimately plays this on their mobile phones. I bet it becomes an industrial furnace trying to run this game. With great graphics comes great environment. I am awestruck by the natural scenery. The mountains and trees are a spectacle to see. However, I can't say the same for the more man-made areas. The settlements didn't leave me as amazed, more like mildly interested. Feels like they could have done a better job by creating a more compact but lively infrastructure, as buildings are way too separated with too few people walking around. Perhaps include a little more vibrant colors, but now that's asking too much. Speaking of which, Wuthering Waves' ambience is excessively gloomy. The surroundings are very desaturated. While it makes sense for the setting of the world, the scattered abandoned buildings with nature overtaking them and the distorted reality is depressing to visualize most of the time. Which is why most of my favorite areas are the brighter and happy places. Unfortunately, they are pretty uncommon here. Besides, what can help me experience these beautiful sceneries? That's right, the music. I love the calming OST of this game. I could listen to the relaxing soundtrack for hours. In fact, I've been listening to it while making this video. The battle music, however, is a hit or a miss. There are a few exceptions, to name a few. Inferno Rider's battle OST is fantastic. If I were to talk about the rest of the music, for a combat-heavy oriented game, it's just not hype enough to my liking. Now, normally, I talk about the story earlier. In the case of Wuthering Wave, I'm not invested at all. It's hard for me to remember, but I'll assure you I didn't skip any of them. I find them shoving way too much lore exposition in a short period of time. I much rather they drip feed us slowly, or even better, let us figure it out through visual gameplay. It doesn't help that the presence of time traveling is revealed so soon, which makes it difficult to line up the timeline, and my personal hatred towards the Chosen One trope.
You were standing face to face with our sentinel? One can hardly see our sentinel.
I hope I'm not like the Chosen One or something. I hate that type of story. I like to be someone who happens to be strong, helping the people.
Only the sentinel's appointed resonator is allowed in its proximity.
God!
That person is the
I hate that type of story. You are the Chosen One. You are meant to save this world. If I understood correctly, it was explained that was the probable reason why the main protagonist Rover was sent to this world. The foundation of the world isn't cool enough to me. I value aesthetics and theme more than anything. I need to enjoy the world to justify grinding the game. Just so you're in the know, at latest I've played up to Toss of Eon. In all fairness, I did quite enjoy this one, since it focuses more on a singular character, Jinsha. If further into the story gets as fascinating as that, I am willing to give it a shot. Ho ho, this is a bit of a sensitive topic. I don't want to shit on anyone's favorite accidentally. From a technical point of view, the models are the highest of qualities for gacha game standards. They are extremely close to their 2D sprites. From a personal point of view, the character designs, only a handful of them intrigued me so far. Again, these are completely subjective, but it's a good thing I like any of them at all. I would have long abandoned this game if it weren't for characters like Jinsha or Sanhua and a very few others. It is diabolical how phenomenal the models are. Let's ignore that I own Camellia for now. If you were to respectfully look close on her body, you can observe the intricate outlines of her underarms and the shapes of her ribcage to even the crease of her clothes. Well, their gameplay and lore significance does influence my opinions as well. If we're talking about enemy designs, they are decent. Some of them are inspiring. The weirder looking ones are pretty awesome, but the boss enemies are fucking wicked. Especially the likes of Dreamless and Crownless. They're definitely on top of my list of badassery. I believe that's about everything I found fascinating. I could add in a discussion around other features of the game, however, I can't be bothered. Assuming you've played an open world gacha game prior to this, the rest at this point is considered standard. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't like comparing, but it seriously does have a lot of similarities to that other game. With all that being said, did I enjoy Wuthering Waves? I will be revealing how frequent did I play, as well as provide an overview of the reasoning. But before that, I can't make a gacha video without doing some gacha pulls. Witness how my first pulls went down. You'll hear some other people as I did it with online friends. Dog. Whoa! Backflip dog. Alright, time to pull. 20% off. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
We Wuthering Waving.
Okay.
No, if he gets a female, I swear.
He gets a girl.
Come on.
Girl.
Okay, weapon. Weapon.
Already worse. Again.
Female.
Female? I love female.
Nah, impossible.
Girl.
Hell, oh, it's her! It's her!
What?
Nah.
Okay, I'm rerolling.
Gee.
Wait.
The bodyguard.
He
One
got
more,
it, the
one
one
more.
didn't want it.
Alright, quick farming.
What the fuck? Quick farming.
Oh, reach the top without climbing.
See, then you
Damn,
have to do
zombie,
the
you're so
ritual.
good at the game. God damn.
Shut up,
You're
Sparrow.
so good at the game. 2 girls. Let's go.
We can do one
I'll be
more.
actually offended.
Auto we pulling.
We pulling.
Ah, hold on.
We pulling. Purple.
Double bubble.
Whoa!
Ooh, ah!
Holy moly, she's hot! Let's go!
No way!
Let's go.
Bro, got the Omega
She's
movie!
huge!
Bro, got Omega movie!
The jiggle jiggle.
The jiggly movie!
Yeah.
El Boom!
No way, bro.
No.
There's no way.
Oh,
my God.
holy moly!
Okay, now one of those milkers, man.
Wait, clearly
The,
Luis
oh,
cannot
damn,
my
she's
God.
squeezing them! Then got 2 guys, zombie got 2 badonkers.
Okay, I'm actually pissed.
Donkers.
Hey,
That's what I said.
hey.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey there, sir.
Achievement unlocked.
I forgot to commentate here. I ended up obtaining Calcharo as my first ever 5-star resonator on the discounted beginner banner using around 24 pulls. I'll admit I'm absolutely following the current meta at the time. Using the free 5-star selector, got myself Verena for support. She's gonna eventually be power creep, to which early game healers tend to end up becoming, mark my words. Unless it already happened. And of course, later onwards, got Yinlin around 80 pulls. Yinlin! Oh shit, yes! Let's go!
Surprised to see me?
Holy moly! Last but not least, Jinsha, my personal favorite. Likely because I got to know her more due to her questline. Can't deny the fact that the most appropriate word for her is pretty. She is very pretty. Got her using 60 pulls. Did I enjoy Wuthering Waves? Well, yeah, it's quite an enjoyable game. I could easily recommend it to a lot of people. I've played tons of garbage gacha game before Wuthering Waves. It's most certainly in the highest spectrum of quality. However, I got to be truthful as well. I mean what I said earlier. It's also not a game for me. The combat is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Since launch, I've played the game daily. Over the course of time, I did grow a bit bored of the gameplay loop, which eventually led me to sever my daily streak around version 1.2 in the Turquoise Moonglow. In the case of the main gacha games I'm currently active on, I wouldn't mind doing the same thing over and over again, as I know there are entertaining stories to look forward to. For Wuthering Waves, the endless keeping up with dailies and weeklies cycle doesn't have an end goal, as I don't have anticipations for upcoming updates. I completely skipped over version 1.3. I returned to version 1.4 as there is one thing I was anticipating, which was Camellia. Got her around 70 pulls with what little amount of astrite I had. I'm sure you can agree, it's worth coming back for her. In all fairness, switching up from daily play to play when I feel like it helps a lot, as I don't have worries of FOMO, fear of missing out. Limited time events aren't a hassle anymore, even if I missed out on a free 5-star resonator a few versions ago. So whenever I have the urge to experience the intensely fun combat of Wuthering Wave, I can just hop on whenever. I've done a decent amount of progress, rank 7, level 63. My databank level is maxed out. I'm quite proud of my current 3 heavy hitters that I've worked on. I do appreciate you can get a decently strong weapon using your standard pulls separated instead of an unwanted standard character. So congratulations, Wuthering Wave! You managed to hold out just enough not to be abandoned completely. I will gladly include Wuthering Waves as another addition to my side games. I'll let you know again, the last main quest line I did was Thaws of Aeon. A different gacha game has flipped my opinions entirely before, where I wasn't immersed in its world yet deeper into it got overwhelmingly great. Perhaps the same thing might happen for Wuthering Wave if I were to continue. Anywho, like and subscribe, comment as well on your thoughts. What gacha games would you recommend me checking out? I'm gonna disappear now. Bye!